Days of Our Lives spoilers, January 8th. Stephanie snaps at Alex. Salem, January 8th. In the world of Days of Our Lives, a family dinner is less a comforting ritual and more a prelude to detonation. The upcoming January 8th episode delivers a masterclass in simmering tension, culminating in an explosive moment that may redefine the fractured Kyriakis clan. The catalyst, Stephanie Johnson, who, in a shocking breach of Kyriakis dinner table diplomacy, finally unleashes her pent-up fury directly at the grinning source of her turmoil, Alex Kyriakis. The scene is set at Titan's executive dining room, a place of polished mahogany and cutthroat deals, tonight masquerading as a family venue. Called together by a seemingly conciliatory Victor through his ever-present proxy Xander. The gathering includes a wary Maggie, a scheming Constantine, a tense Teresa, and of course, the volatile Alex and Stephanie. The pretext is family unity. The reality is a pressure cooker with a faulty valve. For weeks, viewers have watched Stephanie grapple with the aftermath of her failed engagement to Alex. His betrayal, a one-night stand with Teresa, compounded by his relentless, arrogant pursuit to win Stephanie back, has been a slow-burning fuse. Stephanie's response, however, has been a study in contained anguish. She's been grieving, yes, but also rebuilding, focusing on her career at The Spectator and attempting to navigate a cautiously optimistic new dynamic with Chad Di Mera. Alex, interpreting her quiet resilience as a challenge, has doubled down on his boorish charm offensive, mistaking grand gestures for genuine remorse. According to our sources within the soundstage, the January 8th episode sees Alex at his most provocatively smug. Flush with a recent Titan victory, possibly involving the mysterious Eclipse project, he toasts to Kyriakis' resilience and forgetting the past. He directs pointed comments about real men not giving up on what they want, his eyes laser-focused on Stephanie, who sits stiffly beside Chad. Chad, ever the Di Mera diplomat, attempts to deflect, but the air grows thick with unspoken history. The true trigger, however, isn't just Alex's arrogance. Insiders hint that Constantine, that whisperer of poisonous secrets, leans over to Stephanie under the guise of passing the salt. His murmured words, just audible enough to freeze her blood. He bets even now he can have you back before the month is out. He has a wager with Xander. You are just a trophy to be reclaimed. This revelation is the spark. The carefully constructed dam of Stephanie's composure shatters. What viewers will see is not just anger, but a raw, unfiltered eruption of every ounce of pain, humiliation, and frustration Stephanie has swallowed for months, reveals a production insider. This isn't a soapy slap. This is a verbal evisceration. Stephanie rises from her chair, her voice trembling not with weakness, but with the force of her emotion. She ignores the shocked faces of Maggie and Xander and turns the full force of her gaze on Alex. "You think this is a game, Alex? You think I'm a game?" She begins, her words gaining power. "You stand there in your expensive suit with your hollow toasts, thinking your money and your last name and your smug confidence untitle you to whatever you want. You broke us. You shattered trust for a moment of ego with Teresa. And instead of facing that, instead of showing 1 ounce of genuine humility, you've done nothing but harass me, belittle my choices, and try to bulldoze your way back into my life as if my feelings are just an inconvenient obstacle on your path to winning." Alex, initially smirking, goes stone-faced. The room is paralyzed. Chad makes a move to intervene, but a sharp look from Stephanie holds him back. This is her battle. "You talk about Kyriakis' strength," she continues, tears of rage now shining in her eyes. "What I see is Kyriakis' weakness. A man so insecure, so terrified of not getting his way, that he confuses obsession with love and bullying with pursuit. I was going to spend my life with you. I saw a future. And you treated me like a disposable toy. Well, the toy is broken, Alex, and she is not for you to fix. You don't get to place bets on my heart. You forfeited that right." The silence that follows is deafening. Maggie looks heartbroken. Xander watches, a strange 1009 of pity and understanding on his face. He knows what it is to be the black sheep, to mess up irreparably. Teresa shrinks in her seat, a living ghost of the betrayal. Constantine merely sips his wine, the faintest hint of a smile playing on his lips. His chaos has been sown. Alex is left speechless, for perhaps the first time in his adult life. The bravado has been stripped away, leaving only the raw, exposed nerve of truth. Stephanie's words haven't just rejected him, they have reframed his entire narrative, turning his grand romance into a pathetic display of toxic entitlement. The fallout from this confrontation will ripple through Salem. For Stephanie and Chad, this public catharsis solidifies their bond. Stephanie has finally purged the ghost of Alex, freeing herself to fully embrace a new beginning. Chad, having witnessed her strength, will likely feel a deeper respect and commitment. Their path forward seems clearer, though in Salem, no happiness goes unchallenged. For Alex, this is a rock bottom that could forge a new man or break him entirely. Stripped of his delusions, he must now confront the man he's become. Will this humiliation send him spiraling into darker choices, perhaps aligning with Constantine's schemes? Or could it be the painful first step toward genuine redemption? His relationship with Teresa, built on sand, may not survive the aftershocks. And for the Kyriakis Empire, the crack in the family facade is now a chasm. Victor's dream of a united front is in tatters. The episode forces Maggie to see the true depth of her son's damage, and Xander must decide where his loyalties lie, with the brother who shares his blood, or the moral high ground now occupied by Stephanie and Chad. The January 8th episode is more than a dramatic spoiler. It's a character turning point delivered with electric performance. Stephanie Johnson's snap isn't a moment of hysteria, but one of profound clarity. It's the sound of a woman reclaiming her narrative, and in doing so, potentially saving a lost soul from himself, if he's brave enough to listen. Tune in, because in Salem, the truth isn't just spoken at the dinner table. It's served scalding hot.